Well, today we're up in the Yorkshire Dales, so
no shorts today, Graham.
Let's see who's with us. We have a new head person of tripods.
He obviously thinks he's in Scotland, but he's practising for it because he's got his gaiters on as well.
So, if I can ask name and rank, please.
Hello, I'm Mark. Take the elf first. Have we started already?
Sorry about this, Mark. No, I'm just doing a quick whiz just to see where we are and why we're here. So,
hello, I'm Mark Trenger.
Cheers, Mark. Yeah. Thank you. So, we're up above Malham, at the top of the road. Just found one little parking space. Brent Lynham is going to join us shortly. You may see us on top of the hill. He's been humpbagging all morning. Got Graham here. Now I'm going to go over to... hi, Graham.
Hi there, Merdin.
You all right?
Yes, I think I am. Thank you.
Yeah?
Well, he can't be. He's got gaiters on.
Yeah. You don't know what might crawl up your legs if you don't have gaiters on.
Well, I'm going to go over to John, for John to introduce to the viewers where we are today.
Where are we? We're at Malham. In fact, we're just standing by Malham Cove, and we're going to go and survey a potential Dewey.
Oh.
Which will, if it does actually get promoted, it'll be the first Dewey that we've actually found.
Hooray!
And
it's in England.
So lots of optimism.
And the name of the hill?
Kirkby Hill.
Fell.
Kirkby Fell. I only knew last night we were doing it, so
okay.
I haven't studied this one in detail.
Thanks, John. I'll do a bit of filming later on. Thank you. Over that flat plateau is the summit of a Dewey and a hump, Grough or Grough Fell, I believe, and we're quickly approaching the important col for Kirkby Fell to see if it reaches Dewey status. It's a bit of a scorcher one today. In the background on the left there's another Dewey. Loaf Hill or Loaf Fell, I believe that one. So I can never remember these names, especially when it's so hot.
You're going to examine the water courses.
That is a very good one.
Cheers, thank you.
We've done that quite a few times.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it looks to me as though that's downhill there.
There's John heading down towards the col. Oh, sorry, Graham. That was the second tripod, the spiky bits hitting Graham as I passed him. Not giving myself enough leeway. So, the col is here somewhere. It's almost directly in front of John, but over the wall. So I suspect it'll take a little bit of prodding around. We may have to flag this one. We've got two tripods, so we can set the GPS up, guesstimate where the col is, and while that's chugging away gathering data, probably flag it out using the level and staff and second tripod, and then if we didn't guess where the correct col is originally, we can measure the height difference between that position and the true col and add or subtract as necessary. Looks like it, John, doesn't it?
Don't come through the gate. Come down that other side.
Bit of a hot one today, John.
It's going to be nice today, yeah?
Oh, how many hours do you think, the survey itself?
Ooh. We've got this cold survey, which may not be too bad. Surveying this, it's probably take about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But, on top and bottoms.
But it's a pleasure on a day like today, isn't it?
Lovely, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cheers, John.
Often get days like this with lovely sunshine.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Cheers. That's John and Mark, just in the centre background. I'll just come out to wide angle. So what we're doing now, it's slightly complicated, this col. We set the GPS up on the second tripod, so that's up and running and cooking away for an hour or so, and we've laid a little row of white flags there, and that is the very rough direction of the col. It comes through a wall that we're just seeing on screen, and if we follow the row of flags on this side heading up towards Kirkby Fell, here's a little flag in the screen there. The plan is to lay about 3 rows of these, but this is just very roughly to get the sort of measurement and get the lay of the land. And this should tell us which side of that wall the coal is. I very rarely have this opportunity to film somebody with a, I think that's a 4-metre staff Graham's got here. So Mark's at the figures, John's at the optics, Graham's got the staff. And I'm going to get in the way and John's going to shout at me. So this is what Graham has to do. He has to
Trying to keep the staff vertical.
There's a little bubble
and as still as possible while John takes the reading. But it's not hard today, there's no wind.
So that's the view. John's sort of elevated above the coal because he has to have coverage over the wall. We've taken readings there. I did the readings on that side with the staff. So 2 more flags to go. And then Mark's plotting them out on a very rough graph that we've drawn. Oops. Almost fell in a bog. So that's the view from Graham, and this should give us roughly where the coal is. I'll just close off for now. Graham's heading towards the last flag, so I'll leave you with a view looking up at Graham with a 4-metre staff. So Graham's by the GPS, and he's good enough just to explain quickly what we've done and the positioning of the equipment. Hi Graham.
Hi there, Merlin. Yeah, what we've done, we had a really good recce on foot first of all, because at first sight it's a very complicated coal. As you look around you, you've got sinkholes and the coal area itself undulates quite significantly. But once you've walked around, you can begin to see that the coal has to be in the area in which we're standing. So then the problem remains of identifying its exact position. We did that by setting up 2 lines of flags from the wall here across to the wall just to Merlin's right, and then towards the slope of Kirkby Fell. And we've measured the height of each of those with the level, and been able to determine that the coal is actually where we've set up the GPS. There is an alternative position just over the wall there, somewhere where John is at the moment, which is literally about 3 centimetres different in height from this. So really, within experimental error, the 2 points are about the same. But this one gets the official recognition as the coal position, which is good because that's where we'd set up the GPS, fortuitously.
Cheers, Graham. Thank you. And I'll just back up and you can have a general view. You can see Mark and Brent. Brent's joined us now. He's been humpbagging since 6 o'clock this morning. So they're just on the opposite side of the wall. And John's just gone to the optics. We're going to start the line survey now to the summit, and that's going to take probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'll just close off for now. So we've reached the summit area of Kirkby Fell, and John's been at the level, Brent recording the figures, and Mark has been very good on the staff, and myself and Graves come up to the summit, prodded around looking through the Abney, and we found what we think is the summit, on top of a permanent embedded
I'll go and get my rucksack if I can find it again.
lump of rock, and put the GPS close to it. So here's Mr. Lineup. How's things, Mr. Lineup?
Fine, thank you very much.
How are you getting on with the figures?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Brent's got very neat handwriting, it's quite amazing actually.
Tell the civil servant.
No, Graham, it's lower. 0.4.
So we're being infested by civil servants today. Yeah. An infestation. What's the word called, Brent? Like you know, a flock of seagulls, and do you think for civil servants it is an infestation of civil servants?
That's only the numbers of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
We're a dying breed, there's not many of us left.
So John and Mark are just checking the various points on this summit. There's some sinkholes and rock outcrops. I may go to Graham and embarrass him now because he's got a mouthful sandwich for his opinion of what we've been doing. Here's the GPS where it's been positioned, and was it just a couple of centimetres, Graham, between this position and where the actual summit is on the rock? It was very close, wasn't it?
Measured it, but it was a very few centimetres with the Abney level.
Yeah, so it's follow the arrow, which we put there for Mark's convenience. We'll get rid of that afterwards. So that's the very
natural.
highest point of the hill. Here's Mark, and they're just doing the final line survey, and then John's going to add up the figures. So this is the view of the workers. Mark on the GPS, Graham set up, sorry, Mark on the staff, Graham set up the GPS. Brent's recording the figures, and John on the level. So we'll close off and we'll record John as he adds up the figures and see whether this hill makes Dewey status.
This is it, boys.
Well, they're just adding up the last, I think, 3 figures, and let's see whether it makes Dewey status. I think,
That is 10.811.
oh, there's a bit of confidence. I think we may have a new Dewey.
So it's 41.948
10 points.
minus the answer,
10.
which is 31.137.
Wow, wow.
We got Mr. Dewey! 31.137.
So, just double checking the figures.
It's good.
Brilliant. So,
I might be wrong.
so what's the backside and the foresight figures, John, and what ones have you taken?
Well, the backside one, the ones up the hill are 41.948, and the ones down the hill 10.811. So the difference, which is the drop from this hill, is 31.137 metres. So
Wow.
reaching that 30 metres Dewey threshold.
So a new Dewey,
A
John.
new Dewey.
What do you
A new
think?
Dewey John.
So what do you, new listing of hills, Dewey John.
Yeah, so Mike will be well pleased, I think, that we
So
have stopped destroying his list.
over the last 2 or 3 years, how many of you sort of reclassified or deleted from the Deweys?
I think well, we're on 432 at the moment, and it was, I think, 443, wasn't it?
Yeah,
About
it's
11.
going to run about 10
that
or
about
11.
So there's about
Yeah.
10 or 11 gone.
Yeah.
And we've been searching for a new one
For
for.
a long, searching since we started, really.
Yeah. Well,
So this is good.
I think we should mention John Kirk, shouldn't we? Because it was John Kirk many months ago that suggested to come up and accurately
Yeah, it was, I
survey
think,
this
yeah,
one. So,
And he was right.
He was
yeah.
right.
so
Yeah, his
good on John
contribution,
Kirk.
yeah.
Perhaps this should be known as a Dewey John.
Good Dewey. Good Dewey.
So, any thoughts, Brent?
All I can say is it's a nice, easy one to have done now I'm here. So. And I'll do a couple of repeats to make it 3 in an afternoon.
Well, Mark's
But it's bad news for Mark because he's not into English Deweys. So
he's
No,
I don't think he's ever done 3 English Deweys in a day. So this will be tragic news.
he's
And that's why he's disappeared.
He's,
Where the hell's he gone?
he's got to pick a bit of his gear up, I think, isn't he? So, Graham, any thoughts?
Well, yeah, like everybody else, Merlin. Absolutely delighted. We've worked all these years to dwindle Michael's list from 443 down to 0 and got a long way down. Now we've actually got one. So he's got 1 hill on his list now.
Well,
Fantastic.
good stuff. Brilliant. Okay, then, cheers, folks. Thank you.
You ought to tell that bloke from Manchester News to see him right.
So, there we are. A new Dewey. And that's the first one for a number of years. So, point of celebration, I think. I'll just close off for now.
I forgot his name. So we surveyed Kirkby Fell rather, and on the maps the Ordnance Survey have a coal height of 510 to 520 metres and the summit is 546. It's never been classified as anything in particular, soon to have not enough drop to meet the Dewey status. However, the measurements we've obtained using the GPS, the survey for the coal gave 515.3 metres and the survey for the summit gave 546.4, giving a GPS drop of 31.1 metres. As also we surveyed it by line survey and we got 31.2 metres for the drop, so good agreement between the results. So with over 30 metres of drop, Kirkby Fell becomes a new Dewey.